Okay, this week's video we're going to talk about sunfish. I came up with this little picture here. You saw me just draw this up with the youngest regular assistant, and she drew something pretty cool too, and we'll get to that later. We might actually make that lure, but this isn't proportionally correct for a sunfish or dimensionally or whatever, but it'll get the job done. We are going to use this hook right here. I got this for Christmas here, I think, and it was very nice of the regular editor to buy this for me. Unfortunately, it's like a really small hook, and she meant well. She just didn't know what the hook sizing was, and somewhere lost in translation, I ended up with this one on, and it's pretty tiny. Because I have a plethora of them, I wanted something to do with them here, so I'm going to make this little swim bait with this hook inside of it for this hook especially. So it's going to be a wedge tail sunfish, and it's going to have this void right here. So that's where this little guy is going to come into it in the mold. There's going to be a mold slot here, and I'm going to do one on the top as well to split. Let me get a pointer. Professionalism. Why start now? Okay, I've got a shad lure that I've made before where I split this part up here was solid to catch the point of the hook in there, and this back part of that fin was split so that the hook could pop out through the top of it there to hook your fish, but it would stay in this spot right here whilst you were fishing so that it would be weedless. Again, the lure is going to have a void in it here for this weight, and this flashy swimmer is going to come out the bottom, and that helps. That's going to obviously give it flash, but it helps it stabilize so they don't roll so much and track straighter through the water and allow this tail to do its little wiggly number that a wedge tail is supposed to do so well. So we got a lot of dimensions and elements to come up with on this little guy right here. It's going to have a 10mm eye like such. This is a template for the piece of metal I'm going to use, donated from my dilapidated AC unit. This is going to be for the insert for the hook slot. I may have to go taller on it. I got to think on that, because this hook does need to be able to protrude, and part of the point of the hook slot is allow it to do that. So it may actually have to kind of go up from here. I don't know. We'll think on that stuff a little more. We got a lot of planning to do still with this. This is still way in the developmental stage. But I used this piece of plastic that the eyes came on just to make a template that I could stick over on this guy here. I'll cut that out, and I'll be able to, cut out my piece of metal from there. That's how templates work. We will be making this fish out of an old cutting board that the regular editor was kind enough to donate to me. It's, still smells like pizza apparently, but I don't know what kind of wood this is. It appears to be yellow. So there that is. All right, I gotta go make some photocopies of this guy right here. That way we can use it on our template here to get it cut out to the right size. We're gonna obviously do a lot of shaping on the belt sander with this animal. Here, the tail might be a separate piece that I make, and the top fin will probably be a separate piece that I make. But other than that, once I get it going, I'm going to, if you saw how I made, here, I'll show you. Stand by. This, by the way, is an example of a lure that I made. This is the Flappy Shad. This is a hook slot made into the carving that shows that it's only going to be, if you could picture this line here going down, so the front edge of this top fin on this shad is not is solid, and the back half of it here is split. So if you picture, if we put a line down it like that, that's how that hook slot sits in there for this. So the hook is actually this line, and this obviously, this piece here that's carved or that's put on this mold master represents the hook slot for the bottom, and it comes up to about its little mouth here and goes over that way to there. So all of that is hook slot territory in the mold, and you got to put that stuff in your mold masters there, on your mold master if you want to have it in the mold. Obviously, it makes it a little more easy to accomplish after the fact. The hard part is getting that all nice and straight. So, but when I made the paintbrush handle lure here, I shaped the fish, and then I went back with popsicle sticks and put on these face parts and fin parts on it. I know they're very rudimentary and basic, but it came out nice in the mold, and I was able to make a detailed mold of it here. So I'll link this video in the description below, so you can see how I did that. But you know, just basic shaping the paintbrush handle, and then gluing on bits of popsicle sticks for gill detail, face detail, and then, you know, kind of grinding it, shaping it down, kind of like doing body work on a car. I filled it with some baking soda and super glue, and then ground it down. The fins have broken off, but I can remake those, so it's no big deal. So we'll be doing the same kind of thing with this guy right here. All that to say. So let's get our photocopies photocopied. I won't show you that arduous process, right? But we'll be back when we are ready to cut this guy out right here. So this should be an interesting build. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in. All right, we're back. I got my photocopies. We're going to start with this piece right here, the internal what's-a-mahoozit, because I just had an idea and I don't want to lose it, which also rhymes with what's-a-mahoozit. But that's not important right now. I am going to make this internal piece more betterer. Probably need another piece of this here stuff. Reduce, reuse, remelt, recycle, relax. When we go fishing, we're going to use the lid of this super glue container here as our template, because it is the right size and the right place and the right price. So let us do this again. Transfer this onto this.
How about while you
here.
say that, I can do it. As you notice, there's some detail on the wings, and off camera I did that. And this says slots for wings, so I thought the wings could be wiggly like it's flying, like
very nice. All right, let's go get our metal cutter and we'll cut this out. All right?
All right.
All right. So that's our shape. Just got to clean up the backside here. But it's going to be more of this. I'll take care of it off camera in a very safe manner, so don't worry about it. All right, so there is our piece. Let's check it against our template. It is in the ballpark, as it were. So maybe it's stand to take a little off of that side. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. And I also got to figure out what I'm going to use to act as the spacer on this, which is going to go and create the void in the lure for that weight to sit into. So, but all that to say, great idea. Save this stuff. If somebody goes and tears your air conditioner out of your house or something like that, and they're stacking all those pieces on the side of the road, grab a couple of them, because you don't know next time you're going to have to, redo the floorboard in your old truck, or make a piece for a fishing lure template. But free metal, you know what I mean? Okay, so I hope the idea is coming together in your head here. We're going to make this piece to fit on our little thing here. So let's outline that to see what shape that has to be roundabout. Hey, youngest regular or oldest regular assistant, put your finger right on that hook for me right there.
Okay, sure.
Don't get stuck.
I will. On the lead part?
No, hook part. Here. Here, come around from the top side. There you go. And thank you to the contractor who left this in the road in front of my house. All right, let me see what we got. Okay, so that's the space we're going to have to fill in either side right there. Probably get a little piece of wood or something and glue it to it. Something like that. We'll figure that out. We'll go cross that bridge when we get down that road. All right. So, and again, our finished product is this lead weight stuck on here, which is going to act as our void for this here fish. So, moving on. Let's cut out our fish here.
gadget bench sander. Ta-da!
Good work. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, so do that right there. Then we're just going to drill straight through so that we have a place on the other side to make sure that we basically act as a pilot hole for the other side of it. So the hole for the eye is in the same place. That was the scenic route around that sentence. Sorry. We got a usable fish, regular viewers. A little bit of flashing on it. This mold's going to clearly need some work. I'm going to still have to work on, I want to figure out how to just make it nicer with some nicer seams on it. But you can see the gill detail on there. Fin kind of came out a little bit. Kind of see it better on that side. It does have the spots for the eyes. And the tail looks pretty good. So hopefully it'll flap. We'll have to go test it out. Let's get our hook installed here and let's see if that came out right. So it should have the void in there for the, if I can open this up, it should have the void in there. Yep. I don't know if you can see that, for the hook to sit into. Let's try it out with my shaky hands. I should probably use a harder plastic. This is pretty soft stuff that I got here. But it's what was on sale, so. Okay, I'm going to place this hook up in our fish until it comes out the top. Hello. Hello, fishy. Looks like we'll just need to slice this part open a skosh. All part of the lure building process here. There we go. Okay, we've got our flashy swimmer coming out the bottom. Our hook is right here in the sweet spot in the top, ready to come out. I think we're ready to go test it out. Okay, welcome back, regular viewers. So our swim test worked out. This did swim the way I wanted it to. I do think, though, it still needs some more work as far as the full design goes. I think I really wanted this hook to be the hook for this lure, but it may need a bigger one. It may need a bigger hook on there. Maybe this is a 1. Maybe it needs a 2 or a 3. But whatever. But the lure still works nice, and that's the important part. So I finished one up here. And this is it right here. I had a little problem with the tail just for demonstration purposes here. I glued it back on, but that's not important right now. But this is the paint job I got on it. It's clear coated. I think it came out pretty good.
My sister would love that.
So that's as sunfishy as I could make it. Bluegilly as I could make it there with the colors I had. What I did was steal my wife's what is this? What's this
Nail
stuff?
polish.
Thank you. Nail polish, yes.
I found it off the towel.
And that's how we achieve this right here. So let me demonstrate for you how we do this. Okay, now we need to let that dry for a really long time, and then we'll clear dip them just like we did that guy over there. Welcome back, regular viewers. So our project is done. The fingernail paint job. It came out all right on the first one, except for where I melted the tail off. The other two, I let them dry even longer. I don't know what happened there. You can see that it started to kind of slide off the bait. So I don't think this is going to be a viable option, but it was worth the shot, because how are you going to innovate if you never try, right? But the lure works. So they look ugly. The mold needs working, needs some work. But the way that we designed it, the way that we did it, has potential for sure. I wanted it to be for this hook. It looked like this hook should fit there like that. In reality, it didn't seem to want to come all the way to the top for whatever reason. So we may have to upsize the hook a little bit, but that's not a big problem either. I'm going to keep tweaking this and working on it and seeing if I can't get a better usable fish out of it there. So all in all, even though we haven't really got to take it fishing yet, I could see that it swam the way I wanted to. I think this is going to be a success with room for improvement here. All sorts of fun things happened when I hung them up by these little clips. It messed up all the tails, so that was exciting right there. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in this week. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. If you would like to send us photos of what you're working on or anything like that, you can send them to our email right here, regularguylures.com. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate the likes, the comments, subscribes, and all that business here. Other than that, thank you for watching, and you stay regular. Hey, what are you kids doing?